Hi, it's Kate from the Ergo Spout by Colonesco. I wanted to hop on and make you a little video about the surveys and the checkout process because those emails are going to be going out in the next couple of days. So you be on the lookout for those so that you can select your colors and provide your shipping information. Now, the reason I wanted to do a video is because we're doing it a little differently than you might have seen if you have backed other Kickstarter campaigns. Typically, after a Kickstarter campaign, in order to do the surveys and collect the information, there are third-party providers that like BackerKit or CrowdOx or some of the popular ones that are used to collect that information. And we're doing something a little bit differently. We're using Crowd Control, which allows us to have all of you check out through our Shopify store. Now, the reason we've chosen to do this is so that we can have everyone in one place and that we can collect that information and ship easily straight from our store, because that's how we're planning on doing it. So because this is something you might not have seen before and it might function a little differently than you've seen before, we want to make sure that you understand what's going to happen. So the first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to get an email from me. So it'll look like this. It'll say Kate from the Ergo Spout, and it'll say important update, and it will, if you scroll down, you'll see that it's going to say please click below to confirm your reward, select your colors, and provide your address. And then there's a little place for you to click. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. I'm actually going to open it in an incognito window, but you don't need to do that. I just need to in order for the system, for my test to work right. So you'll see that our store will pop up, and the first thing that you're going to get is you're going to get a welcome page, welcome Kickstarter backer. And there's some information on this page that will explain how things are going to work. It explains that this will walk you through the process and that you'll be able to add additional items to your cart if you want. So we have the Ergo Spouts available at the Kickstarter early bird price if you want any additional spouts, but we also have a little fruit fly trap that we call the Ergo Trap that's available for purchase. So if you want to add in those items, you are welcome to do so. That is not required, however. You do not need to purchase anything additional in order to check out. So the way that it works is that you have been given essentially a gift card to our store, and the gift card is for the amount of your Kickstarter backer contribution. So that's how much you've been given, and so if you check out, you basically can do so without putting in any payment information. You'll be able to just claim your reward, but if you want to add anything additional, then you'll need to pay the difference between what you contributed through Kickstarter and what that might be. Now, for example, if you add a trap to your cart, it might bump you up to a different shipping level. If you've purchased, 6 spouts or 12 spouts, it's unlikely that it will bump you up. But if you've only purchased 1 or 2 spouts, then adding a trap might do that. And keep in mind that adding 1 or 2 traps might, one trap might bump you up to the next level, but you can add another one and won't have to pay any additional shipping. So I'll show you how that's going to work. So you'll only be charged the difference in shipping for adding any additional items to your cart. One other thing to keep in mind if you're local, meaning in the United States, you've been given a credit for the shipping that you paid for through the Kickstarter. And if the shipping is different, if you see a different shipping amount, don't worry, you've been given a full credit for what that charge might be. If you're local to Utah and you put anything in your cart, you'll be charged taxes on those additional items, but only on the additional items, not on the Kickstarter reward. So you'll be able to check out without paying anything additional. Now, with regard to our international backers, since you weren't charged shipping as part of the Kickstarter, the checkout process will calculate your shipping and allow you to put in some payment information for the shipping of your Kickstarter reward. We've worked hard to get better rates than we quoted in Kickstarter. We were using just the United States Postal Service, and those aren't great rates for international. So we are excited to tell you that the rates are much better than we had expected, and so you'll be charged those for wherever you're located. So once you go through this information, all you need to do is you need to click I understand. And the first thing you're going to see is what your Kickstarter reward is. So I'm walking through the process as if I had ordered 1 Ergo Spout at the early bird price. through the Kickstarter. And so there's a place where I can choose the color, so I'll go ahead and pick vintage blue. That's the color that I want, and then I'm going to confirm. So that's claiming the Kickstarter reward. And then if I would like, I can take a look at the additional offers or the other products that are available. You can go ahead and hit no thanks, or you can take a look or really just scroll down, and here's the other products that are available. So we have the Ergo Spout at the early bird price at $15, so if you want to add any additional spouts, you can do so. There's a place to add your color as well as the number that you want, and you can purchase that. There's also an Ergo trap, and if you click right here, you can see more detail. It explains that the trap is a little conical insert that allows you to put bait in a mason jar to trap fruit flies, and we are offering that at only $5 as an add-on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add one and hit purchase. And so that'll show that it's been added to my cart, and I can hit confirm address. So the next screen that it's going to take you to is going to be, it's just going to be a checkout process for your typical e-commerce store. You're going to see that I have a trap and I have a Kickstarter one spout in there, and that totals $20. You can see that I have a gift card for $20. It kind of looks like all I'm going to have to pay is taxes, but that's because I haven't put my shipping method in, or my shipping address. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put K to Ergo Spout, and it's going to populate that for me. I'm going to leave this checked right here because I want to stay on the email list. That's the best way to stay up to date of what's going on at Colonesco and with the Ergo Spout, including the wide mouth version. So if you want to stay up to date with what we have going on and any new additional products we have, make sure that you check that box. So you can see that now that I've put in my shipping information, I can click and go to the shipping method. And so this will update my cart with shipping, and so that's $8. So I had paid $15 plus $5 shipping, but I added in the trap and it bumped me up to another shipping level. And so you can see that I have to pay the difference in shipping. It's going to charge me the $8.24 and give me credit for the rest of it. And then I can continue to put in a payment method. Now, because this is like a typical e-commerce site, just like a checkout, I can actually change what's in my cart. So if you look up here, this shows you the trail of the pages that we've been going through, and I can actually click back and click on cart, and this will allow me to adjust the cart should I so desire. So I could either take the Ergo trap off, or I can actually increase that. So I'm actually going to increase that to 2 to show you what that does to the shipping, and then I'm going to hit checkout. So you'll notice that I now have 2 traps in there, but the shipping's, I actually need to continue to payment method so you can see it updates. There you go. So I actually have 2 traps now, but the shipping stayed the same. So adding 2 traps didn't add any additional shipping. It was just that the one trap bumped me up to the next level. So so it'll just cost me $10 plus the difference in shipping, so that's $13.47 to pay for the spouts, or excuse me, the traps, the shipping, and the taxes. And so I can go ahead and I can put that in. Now I'm going to show you what happens if I take out the traps, which were the add-ons. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to take the traps off, and I'm going to go to the checkout and then hit the payment method. Now, because I haven't added anything additional, you'll see that I just have my Kickstarter reward. The shipping is the $5. There's my credit. I don't have to put any payment method in because I'm not paying for anything new. So if you don't want to add anything to your cart, you shouldn't have to put any payment method in and pay for anything, and I can scroll down and just complete my order. And so I wanted to make sure that you understood that that's how that works. So it's going to work like an e-commerce site because we're running you through our Shopify store. And so if you have any questions for the process, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at support@ergospout.com, or you can email me personally at kate@ergospout.com, so that if you have any trouble through the checkout process, we are happy to help you to make sure that it goes smoothly. We don't want it to be troublesome, but we're hoping this is a good way to get you through this store so that we can line you up for shipping, so that as soon as the product is here, we can start shipping those orders out immediately. So that's the checkout process. Email me if you have trouble, and we hope to have more news about new products and updates with regard to what's going on at Colonesco. Thanks.